So recently on the channel, I posted my 6'11" max athleticism big man, and it's safe to say you guys absolutely loved that video. It's probably one of the best builds I've ever made, and you guys seem to agree. So I kind of thought to myself, why not take it a step further and make a 6'9" Bam Adebayo inspired center build? Because not only would it be more athletic than the 6'11", it would also be able to legitimately guard 1 through 5, set big body screens, and run the big reliably on the 3s court, or even the 5s court for that matter. So the very first thing you guys are going to want to do for the Bam Adebayo build is make it a center, 6'9", 219 weight with a 7'3" wingspan. And yes, before you say anything, I know 219 seems very light for Bam, but here's the deal. 219 is going to give us just enough to get 85 strength, giving us gold immovable and silver brick wall, which if you guys didn't know, brick wall is a tier 2 badge on 6'9" players. So you could easily get it to Hall of Fame or gold without having to, decide between like set shot or rebound chaser. You don't have to have that dilemma on a 6'9". So having our strength a little bit lower is definitely more ideal because we get to keep our speed and agility both above 80, right? If I were to increase this to, let's say, like 91 to get gold, we would actually go down to 81 speed, 78 agility, which in my opinion is just a little bit too low if we want to genuinely be able to cover 1 through 5. Moving on to the attributes, we are of course going to start out with the finishing, where we're actually going to skip right past close shot and layup and put the driving dunk all the way up to an 87. Now, I get what you're thinking right now. No close shot or layup on Bam? What the hell? Well, here's the thing. The reason I'm saying this is a Bam inspired build is you cannot get everything you want on a 6'9" to make a Bam build. You just can't. The 6'9" attributes are not as friendly in this game as, 6'10s or 6'11s, because unfortunately at 6'9", shooting is still very expensive, which kind of kills the idea of, getting everything you want, unless you just want to be a pure inside big. But if we made a pure inside 6'9", that's not really Bam at that point either, so we had to sacrifice a little bit of something. And in my opinion, out of everything in the finishing category, dunk is just the best thing to have, because if you're setting a screen and you're trying to slip down, let's say you catch the ball early, they rotate somebody from the corner, you want to be able to boom on that person. And if you don't have contact dunks, that may not happen, and your roll may get stopped a lot more frequently. That's just not something we want to deal with. From there, though, we are going to put up the standing dunk to a 53 because it was going to get forced up later. And then we are going to put the post control to a 62 because, it gives us, bronze hook shot specialist. It will give us bronze post fade phenom down the line. It gives us some decent post badges, nothing crazy. But the more important thing is, if you want to really, really kind of tap into that Bam potential, it can be cap broken very well later on. So just keep that in mind. Then for the shooting, here is where we went with a 70 3-pointer. All right, this seems weird because it's like, dude, not even silver set shot. What is this guy doing? Here's the thing. 4 cap breakers will bring us from 70 to a 78 3-ball. Now, the reason I didn't just start out with a 78 is it's expensive, man. Like, if you guys see when I put this up, look how much my bar moves. Just for those 8, that is a lot, man. That is a lot. And like I said, 6'9" shooting, it's not cheap. It's not like a 6'10 or 6'11 where you can put up your 3-ball for next to nothing. It doesn't work like that at 6'9". But either way, you guys get it. Shooting can very easily be cap broken on this build. From there, we are going to put in 84 free throw. 83 is kind of the meta value, but we had one attribute at the end of the build, so this is kind of just where I put it. Then moving on to the playmaking, I would have liked to get a little bit more here, but once again, working with 6'9" attributes is very difficult compared to a 6'10 or 6'11. We ended up going with a 75 pass accuracy. This way we get silver break starter. Then we went with a 71 ball handle because obviously Bam can be the primary ball handler IRL, so we have to have this. And then we went with a 68 speed with ball for bronze lightning launch. Now, quick thing to note with ball handle, you can actually cap break this to an 80 with just 2 cap breakers. So that is absolutely insane value. Now, am I going to recommend you do that right away? No, because there are some more important things to put them on, but it is just, nice to know that it's there. Moving on to the defense, here's where I knew we absolutely could not skip out on any attributes. We ended up going with a 70 interior defense, an 85 perimeter, an 85 steal, and an 84 block. In my opinion, this is the best assortment of attributes in order to, guard every position on the court. And I am actually going to put up my strength and agility real quick just to show this off. We get some crazy badges on this build for a center. We will be able to have Hall of Fame immovable enforcer with one of our +1s, and the on-ball menace, keep in mind, is a tier 2 at 6'9". So we can have both Hall of Fame on-ball and Hall of Fame immovable. Absolutely disgusting, but it doesn't end there, because we can also get Hall of Fame interceptor with a +1. Yeah, I don't know. This build is disgusting, but I mean block as well. We're going to have silver high flying denier, silver paint patroller. There's really no weaknesses on the defensive end. And by the way, for anyone questioning the 84 block is more than good enough to get stops in the paint. It genuinely is. That being said, we need to move on to my favorite part of this build by far, the rebounding. We are going to go with a 78 offensive rebound and an 87 defensive board. Now, I get what you're thinking right now. This looks like ass. This is all the rebounding we're getting on a 6'9". Don't you want a lot of O board, especially if you're going to play threes? Here's the thing, boys. This offensive board cap breaks from a 78 all the way to a 92 with 5 cap breakers. It is legitimately that glitchy. So we will have both a 92 O board and an 87 D board, meaning we can snag on both sides of the floor. And I know it sounds absolutely insane, but trust me, y'all will see it in just a second. Either way, to finish out this build, we are going to max out the speed and then put the vertical all the way up to an 88, giving us legend pogo stick, as well as, just very good athletic animations on our rebounds and blocks. Now, you guys see the build right here. Once we put the cap breakers, this is going to look disgusting. And of course, when you do go ahead and fully create the build, you are going to get the name Ball Snatching Rim Runner. But we will put some cap breakers and get some much better names in just a second. Now, hopping on over to my nearly max version of the build, I do want to quickly confirm the cap breakers we were just talking about. I wasn't lying or anything like that. They are genuinely glitchy. I mean, we have the O board up to a 92. We have the 3 ball to a 78. Our pass at caps are really good for that matter as well. 3 of these will get us Cade Cunningham pass style. Our ball handle caps, crazy good. 2 will get us to an 80. I mean, there are so many good spots for cap breakers on this build. I mean, shit, even post control, if you really wanted to make this more Bam-esque, 3 caps on your post control is going to get you to, is that an 80? I believe an 80 post control if I'm doing the math right. I might be bad at math, but 80 post control right there. I mean, close shot, you can put this up. 72, 76, 79, 82, 85 close shot, just like that. I mean, the cap breakers are insanely good, and this build is only going to get better as the year progresses. That being said though, before we go ahead and end off the video, I do want to show you guys my max +1s and max +2 badges on this build because they're gross. I mean, this screen right here, Hall of Fame rebound chaser, Hall of Fame immovable, Hall of Fame set shot, Hall of Fame on ball, Hall of Fame interceptor, gold brick wall. I mean, this setup is genuinely disgusting. And obviously I do have finishing specialization, so I have posterizer. But by the way, for the people who ask me, like, what specialization do I put on this build? I would strongly recommend just finessing it to whatever specialization you personally have done, because I'm not going to tell everybody, dude, put rebounding or put finishing on this build, because not everybody has, like, super long to grind out these specializations, and they suck to grind out, to say the least. So really just, finesse it to whatever you have done. But either way, no matter what it is, your badge screen is going to be looking genuinely gross. Okay, so I actually kind of lied. There's one more thing I want to talk about on this build before the video ends, and that is the takeover options. In my opinion, by far the best takeover for the Bam build is going to be Jet. Getting 89 speed, 86 agility, 94 vertical as a center, this is genuinely disgusting. And anybody pressing you on the break and wreck or anything, I mean, it happens a lot. I don't know why a 7'4" Wemby build will just sit on the inbound and then you'll just torch him up the court. I don't know why it happens. I don't know why people play rec like that, but we taking advantage of it. But that being said, I know the Gatorade takeovers aren't everyone's favorite, so if you're not going to be using Jets, I would strongly recommend using pretty much any combination of attributes with Crasher. More specifically, probably throw D-board in there, 3-point steal if you want, or, pass accuracy, O-board, really any of those. And I think you're going to get the most value possible, but really just that Crasher takeover perk is so goddamn good this year. You will drop people to the floor with screens, you're going to worm everybody for rebounds, and nobody is really breaking your box outs. Beyond Crasher takeover though, you do also have the options of both glue and then poster machine. Poster Machine, we all know, is very good, but it just kind of depends. If you're somebody who slips a lot and goes up with some risky dunks, maybe go for Poster Machine. And I can't really speak on glue. I haven't used it that much, especially not on, a center build. So if you guys, have anything to add on that in the comments, definitely let me know. I probably will give it a try at some point, but I'm not going to recommend anything I haven't really used. But as always, though, boys, that is pretty much going to do it for the Bam Adebayo build. If you guys did end up enjoying this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, as well as left a like and a comment letting me know what you thought. It's been Gravely. Peace.